and welcome back to our channel. So in this video we are going to understand how you can automatically create Google tasks from your Google Sheets. So here on the screen you can see a Google Sheet that I've already created with the name new task, and here I've taken some fields such as task name and the description. So basically my objective is whenever I'm going to add a new detail in my Google Sheets, then instantly using the details a new task for the same should be created in my Google Task account. So now here to automate the entire process, I've already connected my Google Sheets with my Google Task using an automation software named as Pabbly Connect. So here before we talk about this entire process step by step, let me show you that how actually it works. So for that we are going to add a new detail in my Google Sheet. So let me add the details. Alright, so I've successfully added a new detail in my Google Sheet. So now let's go and check our Google Task account. And here you can see instantly a new task has been created in my Google Task account with the same title and the description that I've added over here in my Google Sheet. So this was the amazing working of this automation, and now in this video we are going to learn step by step that how you can set up this automation for your own business using an automation software named as Pabbly Connect. So here to access the Pabbly Connect you need to search for pabbly.com/connect in your browsers, and it will take you to the homepage of Pabbly Connect. There you can see two options, one is sign in and the another one is sign up free. If you're a new user, click on sign up free and get free 100 tasks every month to explore the software. And if an existing user like me, then simply sign in. Now after signing in, you can see all Pabbly apps window where you can see all the applications of Pabbly. From here you need to access Pabbly Connect by clicking on the access now, and it will take you to the dashboard of Pabbly Connect. So here before we move forward with the connection, let me tell you about Pabbly Community. So Pabbly Community is a space where automation users, business owners and marketers connect. You can ask questions, share workflows and get instant replies and helpful feedback from others who have faced these similar challenges. It is an active and supportive space to learn and grow together. And now you can find the link to join the Pabbly Community in the description box below. Make sure to check it out and join the Pabbly Community today. Alright, let's move back to the dashboard, and here to build a new connection I need to create a workflow first. So for that I'm going to click on this create workflow button, and then here it's asking for the workflow builder. So here you can see two options, one is new beta and another one is classic. So beta version is modern, faster and more flexible, whereas classic one is stable and the familiar approach. So in this video we are going to use this beta version by clicking on the select button, and then a create workflow dialog box appeared in front of us. So here I'm going to give a name to my workflow that says automatically create Google tasks from Google Sheets, and for the folder I'm going to click on this drop down menu, and here you can see the multiple folders that I've created with different names. So in this particular case I'm going to select my folder as Google Sheets. You can select it as per your requirement. And now here to learn how to create a new folder inside Pabbly Connect, you need to click on this learn more hyperlink given over here, and it will take you to a forum window where you can see all the instructions to how to create a new folder inside Pabbly Connect. Alright, let's move back to the dashboard, and here to create a new workflow I'm going to click on this create button given over here. Now in this workflow you can see we have successfully created a workflow, and here let me tell you that there are two most important principles of an automation process, that are trigger and action. Where trigger says when this happens and action says do this. That means action is a response towards our trigger. Your automation can have a single trigger but multiple action steps. Now let's begin with our automation by simply setting up our trigger. So as you all know that we are receiving new details through our Google Sheets. So I'm going to select my trigger as Google Sheets and my append as new or updated spreadsheet row. Then you're going to click on this connect. Here you can see I've received a webhook URL. That means here I'm going to use this webhook URL to connect my Google Sheets with Pabbly Connect. So following the instructions given below, firstly I'm going to copy the webhook URL, and here I've already logged in my Google Sheets account. So this is my Google Sheet that I've created with the name new task, and these are the fields. So now we're going to connect this Google Sheet with Pabbly Connect, but here before building this connection let me add a new detail in my Google Sheet. Alright, so I've successfully added a new detail in my Google Sheet, and now we are going to build this connection. So to build this connection you need to install add-on your Google Sheets account first, and for that you need to click on this extensions, then you need to select add-ons, and from here you need to select get add-ons. Here in this Google Workspace Marketplace you have to search for an add-on that is Pabbly Connect Webhooks, and then you need to install this add-on your Google Sheets account in order to connect your Google Sheets with Pabbly Connect. So you can see it is already installed in my Google Sheets account. So I'm going to move back back. Once you're going to install the add-on, you need to follow exactly the same steps. Now after installing the add-on, you need to refresh your Google Sheets, and that's a necessary step. Alright, so after that you need to click on this extensions, and then you'll be able to see the option of Pabbly Connect webhooks. So from here you need to select initial setup. Now here under this initial setup, you can see it is asking us to add the webhook URL and the trigger column. So here for the webhook URL, we are going to add the URL that I've received in my Pabbly's workflow. And for the trigger column, it says the trigger column will be a final data column on which if the data is added, the whole of that raw data will be sent to the webhook URL. So here you can see in my Google Sheet, my last data column is column B. So I'm going to add my trigger column as B, and then we're going to click on the submit. And it says setup configured successfully. That means we have successfully set up a webhook inside our Google Sheets, and we have successfully connected our Google Sheets with Pabbly Connect. So now after building this connection, let's test this connection by clicking on the send test button given over here, and it says test data sent successfully. That means we have successfully sent the first data of our Google Sheets to this webhook URL, that means to our Pabbly's workflow. So now let's go and check it, but here before moving back, let me tell you that you need to perform another very important step to completely connect your Google Sheets with Pabbly Connect. So for that you need to click on this extensions, then you need to select Pabbly Connect webhooks, and from here we need to turn on the send on event. So by turning it on automatically, when you're going to add a new detail in your Google Sheets, instantly Pabbly is going to capture the response. Alright, let's go and check it, and here you can see we have received a tick in front of the send on event. That means we have successfully turned it on. So now let's move back to our Pabbly's workflow, and here you can see we have received a successful response where we have received all the details from our Google Sheet. So with this we have successfully set up our trigger over here as well. Now after receiving a new detail from our Google Sheet, I want to create a Google task for the same in my account. So for that I'm going to add an action step over here. Then I'm going to select my action application as Google Task. Then we're going to select the app event as create task. Then you're going to click on this connect. Here to build a new connection, I'm going to select add a new connection. If your Google Task account is already connected with Pabbly Connect, then you can click on select existing connection. And now here to build a new connection, I'm going to click on the sign in with Google. Here I'm going to select my desired account. Then I'm going to click on this allow and give access to Pabbly as your data is secured with Pabbly. And you can see we are now successfully connected. So let's move forward. Here it is asking me to select the task list. So I've already created a task list with the name my task. So I'm going to select that over here from the drop down. And then here it's asking for the task title, news and due date. So here instead of entering these details manually, here I'm going to map the data. Mapping data means insert data from previous step. That means here I'm going to map the data from the response that I've received in my trigger step or my previous action steps. Mapping makes the text dynamic so that we're going to receive a new detail from our Google Sheets, then instantly this previously existing detail will be updated with the new one. So here for the task title, I'm going to map the task name. Here for the notes, I'm going to map the description. And here this due date is not required one, so I'm going to leave it blank. And now here after entering all the required details, I'm going to click on the save and send test request. And here you can see we have received a successful response. That means we have successfully created a new task in our Google Task. So now let's go and check it, and here you can see instantly a new task has been created with the same task title and the description. So with this we have successfully set up entire automation. Now let me summarize this whole video for you. So we have selected our trigger as Google Sheets and action as Google Tasks, so that when you're going to add a new detail in our Google Sheets, then instantly using the details, a new task for the same will be created in our Google Task account. Alright, so these were the steps to how to automatically create Google Tasks from Google Sheets. I hope these steps were clear to you. Now if you want to use the same workflow, then you can find the clone link in the description box below. And now if you found this video helpful, then don't forget to like, share and subscribe for more such automation tutorials. Also if you have any doubts, then feel free to drop them in the comments below. And I would be really happy if you let us know what type of automation you would like to see the next. Alright, that's all for this video. See you in the next one. Thanks for watching.
Not only these applications, you can integrate many other applications with Pabbly Connect. If you have any doubt, then you can email us at support@pabbly.com. If you have any query, then you can write it at forum.pabbly.com. And if you have any pricing related issue, then you can visit this URL. Now, if you liked our video, then please subscribe to our channel and share it with your friends.